everybody, UltimatDjz here from the Teaching Trick YouTube here with your December Arc launch video. Let me slide over it so you can see my fluffy Christmas hat. Look at the little Christmas ball right there, and yeah, happy holidays, everybody. It is December. We're excited about this month because what's happening? What's happening this month? What is happening this month? Yes, the Christmas event store. That's going on this month. We're going to talk to you a little bit about that. And the other content that is coming in this month, the final month of Deep Space Nine Part 4. Take a look up here. Look, can you see it? You look over here. You see Julian Bashir. We see Jadzia Dax. And we see Kira. That's odd. And what? Wait a second. No. Why is there an Alliance Starbase on this picture? Well, we're going to talk all about it, everybody. Let's hop on into it as we normally do. Let's just start with officers. Can we start with officers? You got 4 this month. 4. Not 3, but 4. Let's take a look. First, Epic Jadzia Dax. Let's take a look at her. Boom! See, we have, again, very, very few assets and not a lot to show you on screen. So this is this is what you're going to get. You're just going to get a nice, big, nice portrait-style photograph. Epic Jadzia Dax Captain's Maneuver, increasing piercing by a percentage of health against solo armadas and will be in the Deep Space Nine synergy set. This should actually be very interesting since, you know, we know that 6 of 11 in combination with Kira breaks armadas, and now we basically have a new 6 of 11. But it only works for solo armadas, so it's very possible that just one Kira on her own isn't enough to actually break these since, you know, again, Jadzia only works on solos. But testing will determine and how the mitigation stats will work in conjunction with previously released officers. Officer ability will be to increase weapons damage by a percentage of officer health, starting at 300% at Tier 1. That's really not a small number. And it will increase up to 1,200% at Tier 5, which is, you know, that's kind of a massive chunk of damage. Based on your feedback, community, everybody get ready for the applause. Based on your feedback, community, Jadzia will be available via traditional, material, and directive solo leaderboards. One for each weekend of the arc. Good old-fashioned solo leaderboards, good old-fashioned auctions are back. Yay. We're all excited about it. Next, you've got Rare Julian Bashir. Here he is. There's Rare Julian. Captain's Maneuver, increasing critical damage by a percentage starting at 50% by himself, which is actually really not bad, and increasing with synergy up to 50% per side for a total benefit of 150%. The officer ability is increasing crit chance by 20% at Tier 1 and going up to 60% at Tier 5. But don't get too excited. Both of these abilities are for solo armadas only, because I left that part out because I wanted you to think that it could be PvP, but it's not. Just solo armadas right there for Julian Bashir. Now, this is where we break from normalcy, okay? We've got something different this month. Your third officer is indeed an Epic, all right? And we are, of course, talking about Epic Odo. There's Odo. We get Epic Odo this month. But he has no Captain's Maneuver, okay? Which means, yes, he's a lower decker, all right? His officer ability, if you choose to use him on the bridge, is to increase critical damage by 20% at Tier 1, increasing to 60% at Tier 5 if you, again, use him on the bridge. But his better value, I believe, is going to come on the lower decks. Against solo armadas, in which he will increase mitigation by 40% and up to 100% at Tier 5. It's not a mind-blowingly good ability, but anything on the lower decks is an increase to the bridge crew, so I'm kind of a big fan of that. And, of course, as we saw on our splash screen just a few moments ago, your fourth officer this month is Rare Kira. Now, this is interesting because we already have a Rare Kira, right? Like, there is already one. Well, this, while we don't know, we have no idea, but I think this does kind of lean towards my whole hashtag have a lollipop rev. All right, could it mean? I don't know, but I think it could definitely point us in the direction of who the spy could be. Hashtag Team DJs. Hashtag Kira is the spy. I've said it for months. Kira is also a lower deck officer with no Captain's Maneuver. The bridge officer ability is to reduce player crit chance by 10% at Tier 1 and up to 35% at Tier 5. Yes, I said player. She's a PvP officer and could have some ties into existing strike teams, which would be interesting. She doesn't rely on any morale, burning, or hull breach and can be used with any PvP crew. Very interesting. Below deck's ability is to decrease shield mitigation by 4% at tier 1 and 10% at tier 5 in an assault. What's an assault? Well, I'll explain that in a moment. By lowering shield mitigation, we've talked about this before. This is going to take the normal 80-20 split and presumably lower the target's mitigation to make it more of like a 70-30 split at tier 5. We're going to see how this plays out with these brand new assaults. So what is it? Yes, folks, this this is PvP against Alliance Starbases. You can steal plasma. Don't hold your excitement back, folks. Now, listen, at the end of the day, it might not be totally silly because there will be events this month that give rewards from these assault targets that will include Deep Space Nine and select strike team officer shards. As well as ship blueprints, including all G4 and G5s, all the way up to the epics. However, outside of these events, hitting someone else's Alliance Starbase is gonna get you plasma. This is an Armada-style engagement where you think, I think they told us 4 players, each with 1 ship. It will have its own unique directives. I find this being a feature, at least right here in its first month. Probably not having a ton of engagement outside of the events, but now I do like what I'm reading about the event rewards. That seems kind of nice. You know, all the blueprints and officer shards and all that good stuff. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, that is assaults. Okay, and you'll be doing those this month. Now there is going to be new research added to the starships tree. Here, let me hop inside and I'll show you this. I don't have it obviously up yet, but if you take a look at your research tree, we will come inside here, and you guys are familiar, of course, with the starships tree. We're going to have new researches over here specifically for the Defiant. Now, there is, you know, some gaps here, so this doesn't obviously surprise some of us, but there will be new research in this tree specifically for the Defiant and will be against solo armadas. Some of these new buffs include increased piercing, damage reduction, damage increase, mitigation boost, shield health boost, etc., all a part of the ablative armor boost against armadas. There's also going to be a boatload of new research surrounding assaults, but that's not going to be in the starships tree. That's going to be over here in the Starbase tree. And you know, we got a lot of these coming soon things. All right, we got a lot of gaps and some coming soon stuff. So some of this stuff is going to get converted over, and we are going to see a lot of new research surrounding assaults. That is the Armada-style engagement of the Alliance Starbases. But there will be some general boosts as well, including increased mitigation against faction targets, ship part cost efficiency. Shout out to my G4 homies. Heads up there, by the way, there will be a solo leaderboard for Starbase research this month, so start gathering up those medals and prepare for the SLB. It's going to run 3 times. More information coming later in our event guide video. Also, just I meant to put this, it was in my notes and I forgot to read it. As far as the Armada style engagement against the Alliance Starbase, I know the question is going to come up because we had the same question. Well, how do you defend against this? Well, just like a normal Armada, what you'll be able to do is actually just engage. You can just engage them in the Armada circle. All right, I don't know what the timer is going to be. I've been told it's less than 15 minutes, thankfully. But that's it. Once somebody plants a pin against your Alliance Starbase, that's it. So, if they come in with a bunch of cloaks, guess what? Nothing you can do about it. They're going to steal your plasma. All right? Now, if you want to protect your ASB, you will be able to by simply hiding it. All right. Now, we have seen when you can do some relocation and things like that when you are wanting to move around to different places, but there will be a new function about just hiding it, making it disappear. Here's the problem. When it's hidden, you won't be mining any plasma. So you can basically kind of recall this thing so it's not sitting on any node at all, but then you're not mining. If you leave it out, then you can be mining, but you're also susceptible to the pin. And again, if somebody uses a cloak ship, then there's no stopping them. Hence the reason for the vaults. I do wish for something more. Maybe something more could still come with this, but right now, that's where you're at. Leave it out at your own risk, and, you know, people will just start stealing your plasma. Yay, Plasma. Okay, there are lots of packs this month with new thrills and chills available, starting with a new Dry Dock available at Ops 35, same as before with the Dry Dock, what was the Dry Dock G? This time you're going to get Dry Dock H, okay? And we've actually talked about this before, how there is still that one spot. Well, this month you're going to get a chance to fill it up, okay? You take a look at the Starbase out here in space, and you see we got one little spot left here. We are going to be able to fill it up with Dry Dock, hold on, was it H? Dry Dock H. It will be unlocked at Ops 35, same as before, no guns. Also, you're going to get 3 new refits this month. Now, these could be a little bit interesting. Let me show you these. These actually look kind of cool. Let me show you this one first. Boom, shakalaka. This is, if I'm not mistaken, this one is the a Jem'Hadar fighter. Okay, Jem'Hadar fighter. This is going to be the skin for your USS Kelvin. Also, the Katinga is going to get this one right here. Boom. That is a Breen warship. That one's going to be for the Katinga. And then the Valdor is going to get this little puppy right here. This is the Cardassian Galore. These are ship-specific, and they will have a utility. Each of those new refits will be like all that have come before, and there will be a utility based on their unlock, meaning you don't have to fly with the skin to get the benefit. But they're each going to reduce, or increase, rather, boost your reputation by 50% from hostiles and armadas for that faction. So if I'm flying this one, which was the Valdor, then Romulan Rep going to get a 50% boost from hostiles and armadas. That's not a bad thing. I'm always about better reputation grinding, so that's cool. Also available for sale this month will be a new building queue. That would be Third Builder. Yes, Third Builder going to be available, and for those of you not using shenanigans, you know that this already takes up 2 columns. Well, you're going to get a third one this month, so it's going to stick out even farther. Android users are going to have their queues all the way over to here. I'm just kidding. It's not going to be like that. But it is going to be collapsible, of course, just like these are. You can also make them go completely away, but there is going to be a third column added to the UI to build, to fit in a new Third Builder. There's also going to be a third repair queue as well. And a lot of times, I'd make sure that I could use that by smashing all 7 of my ships all at the exact same time. So you will have a third builder queue, or a third repair queue that's coming out this month as well. 5 new primes also joining the cash content this month, including one that may not be quite unimpressive, a 350% hull health boost for all ships. All ships, which, I mean, daggone, that ain't small. It is a passive ability. It's going to take effect as soon as you complete the research, and it affects all ships. The second prime is going to be a similar thing, 350% boost to shield health. Again, a passive ability. Number 3 is an increase of 150% of damage, but only during assaults. All 3 of these are available in the Alliance Starbase tree and will unlock at Ops 25. Prime number 4 is a Defiant Prime, increasing critical chance by 25% when boosted with the Ablative Armor Juice, and it's going to be in the Starships tree. So we already know, taking a look at some of this Starship research for the Defiant with its boost, the critical chance and the critical damage, these are actually really, really big researches. These are by far the 2 most powerful researches, and you will have a prime to increase it by another 25% when boosted. Lastly, prime number 5 will actually show in the Galaxy tree and will increase the number of diplomacy tokens earned in the Bajoran faction store. This prime, again, going to be up here in the Galaxy tree. No word yet on prime pricing. And ladies and gentlemen, that is what I've got. I can tell you, it's an event store month. I can tell you, Mantis BPs will be in the event store. I can tell you that there will be some strike team officers in there. I don't know yet which ones. Okay, I'm actually still working on that. I'm trying to weasel it out of them. I'm trying to get them to tell me. All right. And also, as far as your event guide calendar, which we will try to get out tomorrow or the next day, we can tell you there is the return of 3 ticketed event days per week. That is a total of 9 ticketed events per week, or a total of 27 for the Arc, which I'm very, very, very happy about. Lots more to tell you about, including what we haven't done in a long time, a new second video coming today at Event Reset regarding espionage. I've got must-have information. All of your answers, all of the secrets of the espionage universe, and we're going to tell you all about them coming up in a second video coming up here in just a few hours. Obviously, don't forget, we will be doing a Talking in Cars with DJs with special guest, community manager, President Echo, coming up, and that is your Deep Space Nine Part 4. Aside from I'm not really feeling the whole Alliance Starbase thing, I am kind of excited about just the event store, right? There's a lot of stuff that you can buy this month, and the engagement feature is Alliance Starbase. So that leaves events and a nice full event calendar and a nice full event store. That's what I'm keeping my paws crossed for. Community, what do you think? Leave your questions down below. Leave your comments. Are you optimistic? Or are you feeling like maybe this is the finale? Maybe. I don't know. While you're here, though, I would like for you to subscribe. We are doing a $1,000 cash giveaway this month because you guys got us to 10,000 subs. We're going to do it before Christmas. $1,000 to go back into your pockets, and we're going to tell you how you can win that coming up here in a little bit. We would like for you to like our video, give us a pause up, and share with your team. Let everybody know what is actually going on here inside Star Trek Fleet Command for the December 22 arc, the last one of the year, and the finale of Deep Space Nine. My name is UltimatDjz. I'm your friendly neighborhood cat person saying meow for now. Meow. Love you, me to catch you on the next one, everybody. Meow, 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 meow. Bye. Happy holidays. I need some coffee.